Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be doing a video on 1 month of me being a vegan. It's either been a month or more than a month. But yeah, anyway, this is the second video. I tried one time and everything I said, I couldn't find the right freaking words. I was talking about the racism agenda and the gay agenda and all these agendas, and like the way I was saying the words didn't come out right, so I'm redoing this because I'm redoing this because you say one wrong word and people will kill you. So I'm gonna make sure I get this right to be PG and stuff. So because obviously if you like racism agenda, people are such bots nowadays, like with racism dividing black, white, Mexicans, Korean, Chinese, Japanese, freaking Latinos, Hispanic, whatever you are, dividing us so much with freaking racism. That's the only reason that, like, okay, here's what I was talking about before, and this was actually a very good thing I said before. This made sense. This was actually very good. So with George Floyd, right, they used that so much to divide us. Like, as you saw last year, with George Floyd dying, the guy, crushed, like, his knee was on him, right? And he killed him, which was not a good thing to do. He should not have done that. That cop was a bad cop. And first of all, that cop was a bot, and most likely the guy that died was a bot. George Floyd was most likely lost in the Matrix. And the cop was most likely lost in the Matrix. Obviously, I mean, the cop is in jail, right? Yeah, he's in prison. But I talked for 23 minutes. I need some more. But the thing is, I'm realizing now is that racism is an agenda. They are programming us to hate. Like, they're making us be programmed to hate skin colors. Black people, they're programming black people to hate white people, and they're programming white people to feel bad about our past people that are related to us. That's obvious, and that's 100% true. Feel bad, feel disgusted about our ancestors. I don't feel disgusted. Like I don't know what my ancestors did. I don't know what they did. But I know it wasn't me. So it wasn't me. I don't. Those actions they did. Those are theirs. My actions are my own, and also that's pretty very true actually. Like that's with anything. If someone has a problem, that's their problem. They ain't your job to figure out their problems. That's their job. It's not your job to help somebody's problems out. Like, you got your own problems. But the thing is, you should definitely give them tips on like how to better themselves. Like, obviously, like I said, like my purpose in life is to wake up as many souls as I can. My purpose is to be a guider for people to wake up, a messenger to people, to help them out, to realize and wake them up from this matrix. Like, to not be a bot no more, be lost in the matrix, be a lost soul. Because, like, racism is, we're gonna talk about the vegan, but this was what I was talking about before. I'm gonna keep doing research on the. I'm gonna find a way to do the gay agenda. I was talking about that before, but the words I was trying to find for that didn't work out as well. So we're gonna do the racism agenda for now. Talk about the other one later. But the racism agenda, they use so much stuff. The government does. Like, there's so much on the news. Anything racist, remotely close to racism, they put it on the news. And you can see that they do that. Right? Like, you can see, you go on the news, there's always something there that's racist. And the reason why is because to always remind every single one of us about racism and to divide us. Racism is an agenda to divide us. Like, saying all lives matter. That's the only thing in racism that might be a good thing. All lives matter. That's the only shirt that's good. If you have a white lives matter, black lives matter, that's a bad shirt. If you wear both, and then like a all lives matter, or even none, or anything, that's better. Don't wear a specific skin color, because like, not only one skin color matters, all of us matter. Because the thing is, they have shirts that say all lives matter, all lives can't matter until Black Lives Matter. That is a bot shirt. That is such a divider shirt. I mean, it's a freaking shirt. Who cares? I'm not even gonna. Who's gonna look at a shirt like that? Or actually, not. Who's gonna look at a shirt that much and feel disrespected? Yeah, I don't know. But never mind. It's a shirt. But still, like, that kind of proves my point that racism is an agenda to literally divide us. And that's very true. That is very, very true. If you look on anywhere, there is some racism. There's racism about this. There's this, that. They have certain words, obviously, like, I'm not saying certain words. Because I'm good. But, to make it racist. And that's very, very, very true. Racism is an agenda. It's one of the biggest things in this matrix that makes people bots. It's one of the biggest things in this matrix. For what reason? Like, so many, there's so, like, racism is an agenda. It's seriously just something to make people angry, to hate other skin colors. To hate yourself, basically. Because if you hate someone else, you basically hate yourself. Like I've said before. I don't know, I think I've said this before. I've said a lot off camera. The energy you put into the world, you get it back. So if you put in the energy that you hate black people, you will get that hate back. That's a lot of hate. That's a lot of people to hate. Like that, you hate yourself a lot if you do that. Like you hate yourself if you hate Mexican people. That's a lot of hate. You're hating so many people for what reason? Why are you hating anybody? That hate comes back to you. You hate yourself. You're the only one feeling that negative energy. Why do you hate somebody? I don't hate nobody. I used to hate Justin Bieber and Drake. I like Drake now, and Justin Bieber is whatever. Like, I hate nobody. I used to hate Tom Brady because he was a good quarterback. Now I'm like, man, he's really good at what he does, and that really shows how good he is. Like, I respect people. I show love, respect, happiness, positivity. I don't share hate. I don't share anything bad. Like, the thing is, like, the one thing that I've noticed in my life, I've never been racist in my life. So I've never been caught up in this. But actually, no, I have. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, because at one point I was definitely one of those people. Because they got a lot of white people that are like lost in the matrix, always talking on their thing. You know, if you care about the presidential stuff, like there's a lot of people that hated Trump, right? You know, and he was a puppet, trying to divide trying to put a border, Mexican. He was a puppet. He was trying to divide people away from anything. Like, he was bad. He was not a good person. Trump is a puppet, just like Joe Biden. He is a puppet. Every president is a puppet. Trump was going to push the vaccines. Biden's pushing the vaccines. Trump was trying to divide Mexico from America or anything else. I don't know where Mexico's linked with else. I don't know states. I'm 15. Give me a minute. But the thing is, for this 15-year-old that I am, I'm pretty freaking smart. So, I'm pretty smart. You know, I feel like for a 15-year-old, most 15-year-olds are probably out partying and drinking and playing video games and, you know, doing a lot of bad stuff. Me, I'm taking care of myself and preparing for my future. Preparing for now, too. Making sure I'm good when I get older. Making sure my body's healthy. That's what I'm doing. But, like, racism is an agenda because the main reason why you see all this stuff on the news, because I guarantee you, if racism wasn't a big thing, George Floyd being killed, everybody'd be like, man, that's a bad cop. It wouldn't be racist. The only reason they used it for racism, right, is because white guy killed a black guy. So they're like, the news is like, we can use this to make it bad. Because they already got all this racism agenda going on. They already got the racism agenda going on. They already got people programmed to be racist, to hate certain people, to talk about it all the time. They already got it. So they can just use this easily and be like, boom. Millions of riots, fires, like so much nature got hurt. Like, I saw some videos back in 2020 where, like, there were so many fires and, like, trees. Like, I feel bad for the trees. I don't feel bad for the people. I feel bad for that freaking tree that got caught on fire, man. Like, leave that tree alone. What'd it do to you? That tree's just trying to help you breathe. Like, that's all that tree's trying to do, and you set it on fire. You freaking douche. Anyway, but it's very freaking true. What I am saying, you aren't gonna understand if you're a bot. You know, and you'll probably think it's racist. I don't care. Obviously, I don't care. I'm saying it right now. I'm saying it on a freaking camera. I don't care. Because I know that what I'm saying is 100% true. It's very true. And, like, I'm very happy the fact that I got this right, because I'm starting to wake up. And I'm not stuck in this matrix no more, being freaking controlled by all these stupid things. Letting social media control my mind. And letting TV make me think death's bad. And video games making me angry, controlling me, and said I control it. You know, like, I'm not a bot no more. Like, I understand this freaking garbage. I understand this freaking stupid matrix that we live in. Like, I don't get upset by this matrix. The chemtrails in the sky, the things that guard the sun. Like, even my mother, we were outside. She looked at the sky. I always tell her that there's chemtrails, and she's like 50-50 with it, but she hasn't, like, looked it up or anything. I looked up, like, 2 articles, I think. And when I saw it, I was like, yeah, I mean, I kind of, you know, I agree with that. There's chemtrails. She looked at the sky and she saw the weird clouds, and she's like, yeah, those are kind of weird. Pay attention. Like, people don't pay attention in this freaking world. You are seriously stuck in a house all the time. Get outside and pay attention to the sky. Pay attention to pay attention to nature. Pay attention to its messages. Listen, you'll get the messages, you'll escape the matrix. Sun gaze. At sunset or sunrise, any other times, it can really damage your eyes. Sunset is when I sun gaze. Don't sun gaze during the, like, 12 o'clock, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7:30 to 8:30. And I would say, I mean, it's summer now. We live in Maryland, so yeah, I don't know where the sun really hits at your guys, but try and get a time for it, because then you can sun gaze better. But the thing is, it's like, racism is an agenda. It's an agenda. Look at how much they use it to divide humans. This world is so divided just because of racism that was made by the government. They're the only reason that it's the news that's the only reason. Like, I mean, people can actually be racist. Yeah, would we have a couple racist people in this world? Yeah. But the thing is, everybody's got a little bit of racism in them because of this agenda. And if you're your higher self, or if your inner self, you're not racist. Your inner self isn't racist. Your inner self isn't homophobic, isn't nothing. Your higher self is a god. Your higher self is literally a god, an immortal god that's within you. You can't be hurt. You don't let negative energy get to you. You are literally an immortal god. And that's the thing. I feel like I've been becoming my god form, because, like, I don't feel racist to nothing. Like, I mean, the thing is, I never really was racist, but like I said, I was a bot, so there's always a little bit of racism in you if you're a bot. Especially with this world. Like, if there wasn't no racism in this world, because the only reason that it's in here is because of the government talking about it all the time on the news. Like, one thing happens, a white guy kills a black guy, and then it's boom, a huge riot starts, and then the freaking government's just sitting back like, yeah, we did this, and they're just happy and proud of themselves because they're dividing us more. We're seriously on the streets rioting about something, man. Like, god dang, like, Jesus, like, I remember seeing that. And, like, even then, that's the thing I've realized. I think I've always been kind of woke in a point, in a way, because I always looked at certain things that people did. Like, when I looked at the riots last year for the George Floyd, I was like, all these people are freaking stupid, man. Like, you could be at home, taking care of yourself, eating healthy, ignoring all the stupid drama about the George Floyd, and even, like, anything else. Anything that's racist, anything that's government. If you care about the presidential election ever, you're a bot. Unless you're woke now, then yeah, it's whatever. That was the past. That isn't you no more. You're the new you. But the thing is, if you actually cared about it, and you were like, and you watched it, really, you watched the presidential election. You're a bot. You're lost in the matrix. You actually care. I mean, yeah, if you want to know who won, that's different. Like, be like, all right, who's the puppet now? Or something like that. Because, like, that's kind of what I'm like now. Like, if I see a new president, I'm going to be like, all right, who's the new puppet now? Is it Joe Biden? Donald Trump? He's going to run again 2024. Like, who is it? All right, let's see the new puppet for this year. Or for the next 4 to 8 years for the president. We don't need a president. We do not need no freaking president. If we didn't have a president, because they put a president up on a scale, on a higher level to make us think that he's better than us. He's just like us. He poops and pees just like you. He's a human. He has a soul. I don't know though. Trump probably doesn't have a soul. Biden doesn't have a soul. They're dead. They're 70-year-old dead people. Like they're not. They're freaking. They don't have a soul. They don't have a higher self. They're lost. They're done. They're not gonna wake up. And like, and that's facts. They're not. They're done. They're puppets. That's why you shouldn't want to be a president, because the thing is, the government controls you. You're the president. Everyone's like, yes, new president. They're not even doing anything. The president just tells them what they want them to tell him. He does exactly what they want him to do. Or she. He or she. There's never been a female president. Right? Yeah, Hillary Clinton. That was with Trump and Clinton, right? Hillary Clinton. That was the only presidential election I watched. Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. And when I watched that, I actually enjoyed it. I was about to say I hated it, but I actually enjoyed it. Bought mine. The third dimensional in me at that moment was very high, apparently. But me now, like, I don't care about the president. Like if you, like, we don't need a president. We can take care of ourselves. We don't need a president. There's no need for a president. What does a president do? What does a president do? Doesn't do anything. The government makes the real choices. The government is the reason why those choices are made. Do you think Trump was even the one that was going to divide Mexico? Are you sure it was him? Or was it really the government trying to do that and making it sound like it was him and telling him to say that so everybody would think it was him? Like, that's actually, I literally just thought of that now. Like, what happens if that's true? If Trump wasn't even going to divide, he didn't even want to divide Mexico. It was just like, the government was like, hey, we want to build a wall and divide Mexico away from U.S. So you tell everybody that you are the reason why the wall's coming up. What happens if that's true? What happens when he was running for the election and they told him to say that? What happens if he never even said that himself? What happens if every single thing he said about that was actually really just someone telling him to say that because that's what they wanted? You never know. You never know. Unless, I mean, maybe he did. Maybe he did want to divide Mexico because he's a puppet. He's a bot. He doesn't care about... He doesn't have a soul. There's no soul in him. He sees racism as a big thing. He sees it as a big thing. He sees everything in the Matrix, every third dimensional thing as a big thing because he's a bot. Trump is a bot. Biden's a bot. Obama was a bot too. The only thing Obama did good to... The only good thing he did was being the first black president. And that's true. Obama didn't do anything good. It was an agenda. That's the only reason. Because racism was a big thing. So they were like, that's the only reason. Oh my God. That's so true. The only reason he became president. And that's... Man, I'm probably offending people, but I really don't care. But like... The reason Obama became president is because racism was a big thing, and he wanted to be... They made him the first black president, which was good. They didn't make him. I mean, yeah, people voted for him. The reason they voted for him is because they wanted a first black president. That's why. He didn't do nothing good in his presidential run. No president is ever even really good, because they're puppets. Every president's been a puppet. It may have been different than back in the day, but in the past 50 years at least, this has been a matrix. Every president's been a puppet. Every president's been a puppet for at least the past 50 years. Maybe. Don't correct me on that. But like, maybe 50 years. Maybe, possibly, 30, 40. 30 at least. Definitely this past 20 years. Definitely past 20 years. Every president's a puppet. Everything in this matrix is a lie. Don't believe what they tell you. On the news, what they tell you, don't believe it. Don't watch news. Why do you even watch the news? That is something that lowers your vibration. It's all stupid. It's puppet stuff. It's freaking dumb. It's puppet talk. Is that a thing? Puppet talk? I don't know. But it is. It's just nothing important. They're talking about third dimensional crap that doesn't matter. While you're wasting your time watching the news when you can literally just be taking care of yourself. Why do you care about what's happening in this matrix when really you should just observe it? And that's true. If you see anything going on weird about the matrix, just observe it. Just sit back, relax, take care of yourself, and just observe all this garbage that's coming around you. All the racisms, the fights, all the riots that happen, everything like that. Just watch it. Don't feed your energy into it. Just watch it for what it is. An agenda that they're pushing to divide us more and more and more and more until we want to kill each other, basically. That's what they're probably trying to do. I really don't think they're going to try to end it with killing, because then they wouldn't have nobody to control. So, like the government wouldn't have nobody to control, so I don't think they're going to do that. But they're going to push it to the point where basically they're just going to push it to be able to divide us as long as they can, and then find something new to divide us even more. Or maybe use even more to divide us, where we don't even talk to a different skin color person. It's just divided into sections. I don't know. They can do anything they want. It's the government, man. But the thing is, they can't do nothing to me, because I am not controlled by them. I control myself. I'm my own boss, man. And that's how it. Don't get a 9-to-5 job, because you're basically a slave for them. That's real slave. That's slavery right there. Working a 9-to-5 job for a person that's just like you, pees and poops in the same toilet, just like you do. That's dumb. Don't get a 9-to-5. Be your own boss. But anyway, because that person's their own boss too. They're the boss, so they were able to get there, but you weren't. But really, you're your own boss as well. So don't work a 9-to-5. Like, you don't need a 9-to-5. When really you could be pursuing your real dreams, and your real dreams ain't. And that's one reason why you should never open your third eye. If you really enjoy your 9-to-5 job, do not open your third eye, because you're gonna start seeing it for what it really is. And that's why that's why I'm starting to think my third eye is open, because I'm starting to see everything for what it is. Like the racism agenda, the gay agenda. I still got to find my words right on that one. Don't talk about. We're not going to talk about that one yet. Let me understand what I'm talking about first more, and then we'll talk about that one, because my words did not come out right at all for that. It was really bad. But yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. I know I didn't talk about the vegan at all. I guess I can talk about it. I've been a vegan for a month now, and yeah, like being vegan for a month, I can start, my vibrations are so high. Like, meat lowers your vibrations. That's what I've understood now. Meat lowers your vibrations so much. It does. Especially meat that's not organic, pesticide, animals that are slaughtered, cut their heads off, or whatever they do. Yeah, that eating meat, like, is not, like, I guarantee you, if I try to eat meat now, I wouldn't be able to, because the vibrations, you might not be able to taste the vibrations, but you can feel them. It may taste good. The meat might taste good, but who cares what it tastes like? It doesn't matter what food tastes like. It matters what it's doing to you on the inside. These taste buds don't matter. You can literally just think that it tastes good and it'll taste good. Your thoughts create your reality, and that's very true. But yeah, man, being vegan for a month, I love it. I enjoyed it so far. I'm gonna keep being vegan, and like, if I have to go back to meat, I'll try and cut it out as much as I can. But I don't think I'll have to go back to meat for anything really. But like, I'm young, so like, I don't know if I haven't fully developed my body. So if I have to, and my body's like not developing a good way, then obviously I'll go back to meat until 18, and then get completely rid of it. But yeah. But meat so far is like, I'm enjoying it. Like, I don't eat meat, I enjoy it. Like, I don't even have urges to eat meat. Like, haven't had no relapses or no urges or no like withdrawals from meat. There's been no withdrawals. Like, I don't even want it at all. Like, it's not a wanted thing for me. Like, the only thing I want to do is eat my vegan meals, and I'm perfectly fine. Like, it's not, meat isn't, we think we need meat, but we don't. As soon as we stop eating meat, we're like, why was I even eating that in the first place? I mean, that's for me, though. That's for me. Not everybody's just like me, you know, because we're all different. That's very true. But yeah, man, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Not eating meat for a month, I feel really good. No meat in my system. It's good. It's good. I'm not killing I'm not eating no slaughtered animals that have low vibrations and their energy is fear. I'm not putting none of that garbage in my body no more. I'm making sure more animals are alive. I'm not eating no animal that was slaughtered. That's bad. Or seafood. Seafood is meat as well. But yeah, anyway guys, see you in the next video.